Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video, and this is another JxmyHighroller reaction. And you know how it is with this channel. At this point, I just react to every post that he does because he's just one of those channels that I'm still learning from. But I just love to chill and just react to his videos and just watch him. I could just watch all his videos in like a massive like binge watch just for hours. But I know if I did that, I would have no reactions from him to do. So I do react to them. But it's just one of those channels that I just really enjoy reacting to his videos, like the stories that he tells, the stats that he has, the random sort of nature of his videos. I just really enjoy his channel in general. And I know you guys will all know who he is, but for the off chance you don't, subscribe to him, go to his channel, subscribe, because he is such a good channel. So I'm still going to say underrated. He's got 1.6, nearly 1.6 million subscribers, but he deserves so many more, man. His content is crazy. And we're back with this one. It's been a week. This video's actually been out a week, so it's my bad for taking so long to get to it. But it's called When Talking Trash Goes Horribly Wrong. I don't know why talking trash. I don't know, but let's get into this, man. I'm excited to check this video out, and we're seeing MJ already. So if this is involving MJ, if he's the trash talker who trash talks and it goes horribly wrong, I'm going to be very intrigued. But I'm going to assume he's the guy who someone tries to trash talk and it goes wrong in that side, because yeah. You know, when someone tries to trash talk MJ, it's not going to go right. But we're going to check it out, and maybe I'll be surprised. But yeah, hope you guys go on to enjoy. Let's check this out. The audio's too low, fuck's sake.
NBA teams. The Chicago Bulls, nearing the end of an extraordinary basketball odyssey, and believing to a man that tonight is the night.
This is an old clip. What the hell?
I think they're playing against the old Phoenix Suns, who let people bully them around and intimidate them. We're not like that anymore. And if anybody says anything to my teammates, they're going to have to go through me.
It's June 18th, 1993. Game 5 of the NBA.
I know Charles Barkley from the video that I did. He was a bad boy. His video got age restricted, I swear. He was a bad guy. And now he's obviously the funny guy on TV, but it makes you realise, doesn't it?
The Phoenix Suns are playing the Bulls in Chicago. The reigning league MVP in Charles Barkley versus the former league MVP in The Phoenix Suns are playing the Bulls in Chicago. The reigning league MVP in Charles Barkley versus the former league MVP in Michael Jordan. The Suns are up 76-71, and things are getting heated. If the Bulls win this game, they will complete the elusive, rarely captured three-peat. If they lose this game, they have to head back to Phoenix, where Barkley and the Suns only lost 6 games over the entire season. Now, as if the championship wasn't enough motivation for Jordan and the Bulls, Michael was not too happy about losing the MVP award to Barkley. I mean, MJ only led the league in about 300 different categories, so you could say he took it personal. So as you could guess, the trash talking in this series was at an all-time high. But in a final series featuring 2 of the best players in the entire NBA, the battle wasn't taking place between Barkley and Jordan.
Oh wow, to Pippen.
To get to that pass. Scottie Pippen knew that he couldn't muscle Charles Barkley out of the low.
So it's Pippen and Barkley, I think.
His only chance was to try and gamble and get around. Barkley 4 or 5 from the line.
Oh shit.
23 for Barkley. To give Kevin Johnson a breather. Charles continue right here to tell Scottie Pippen, you can't guard me. Every time we come down, I'm going to take you one-on-one. And they're drawing back and forth at each other.
After dropping 42 points on Scottie's head in Game 2, Charles Barkley let Pippen know that there was nothing he could do to stop him. He was getting anything he wanted on offense, averaging 30 and 10 in the series and making Scottie Pippen look like a liability on defense rather than the all-NBA defender that he was. With under a minute left in the third quarter, Barkley draws a foul on Pippen in the post. Pippen can't believe it. Charles is loving it, and he lets everyone in the building know just exactly how he feels about Pippen by uttering the most disrespectful line in all of basketball. You can't guard me.
Oh no.
Now, imagine for just a second that you are playing so out of your mind in the NBA Finals that you can say with complete confidence that one of the best defenders in the history of the NBA cannot guard you.
That's a violation, you know.
Didn't just call out Pippen on the line in front of 19,000 people. After sinking both shots, Barkley proceeds to stalk Scottie Pippen up the entire length of the court like a damn psychopath. So close to Scottie, you'd think he was telling the man a secret. But when another player calls you out like this on national television, you have no choice but to square that man up one-on-one.
He's trying to get into his head proper,
So that's what Scottie did.
No way. No. Oh no! Yeah, they're getting heated now, fucking up.
Then Scottie came right back and scored on Charles and said, I'm not going anywhere either. Now, finally, Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns have realized that, hey, we can be friends off the court some other time, but we can't be friends on the court and try to win a championship.
Pippen goes right back at Barkley and gets a tough tip-in at the rim. He then turns around and tells Charles a little secret of his own. You can't guard me. This is as good as it gets. Vintage 90s basketball. Barkley is completely soaking up this moment, closing in on a win against the great Chicago Bulls in the finals. The Suns end up getting the win. Barkley continued to talk trash during free throws, during plays, and even from the bench.
Everyone as well.
But by now, Charles had yet to figure out what the rest of the league already knew. You do not, under any circumstances, talk trash to this team. Just look, it's listed right here in the rulebook. But of course, Charles had to learn this the hard way. Leading up to the finals, in the 32 times Charles Barkley matched up against Scottie Pippen, Barkley outscored him 27 times.
God damn.
Scottie rarely got the best of Barkley, but after challenging the man in the most disrespectful way on the biggest stage, Scottie conjured up his inner Michael Jordan and took his game to another level.
I'm telling you, it's destiny. I don't care what anybody says. We believe that it's our destiny to win the world championship this year.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that. It became personal with me.
I love when he says that. Oh, it's his theme tune. Come on.
The NBA on NBC.
Oh. They're still going at it. My days. That's a dirty one as well.
Scottie Pippen, who did not have an impact game in Chicago on Friday, rare off performance. Travel on Cartwright. Scottie
mate.
drives it home, and the ball within the offense executed. Don't take hurried shots.
That was a nice play as well. My God, he had them on strings though. He's on the floor now.
And the foul. Pippen going to the left hand and switch to the right. A gorgeous move by Scottie Pippen.
Okay, pause it here, because things are getting interesting. We're closing into the final minutes of Game 6 of the finals. The Suns are up by 4 points with little over 2 minutes left in the game. This is their game to lose. With their season and a championship on the line, Scottie Pippen has held Barkley to just 39% from the field. But the Suns have still found a way to get a lead on the Bulls late in the game. At this point, every possession is critical. The Bulls have the ball and Barkley is hounding Pippen. The Bulls cannot get anything going and the Suns force a shot clock violation. Barkley is absolutely amped up. So amped up that he gets right into Pippen's face and gives him a reminder that he cannot be stopped. This is as brutal as it gets.
He has no chill.
Team down by 4 in Game 6 of the finals and you got the league MVP.
Oh my days, man. He really was a bad boy. Like, I knew from what I saw he was serious and he did some crazy things, but I didn't know this was his, to the level how competitive he was. And my God, I mean, talk about trash talking, and it's going to come and bite him in the back because we obviously know who win this series. And obviously Barkley didn't actually end up with a ring in his whole career, which is a travesty when you go deep, because I know he was such an incredible player. But let's get into like what happens after he does this, because this is nasty, man. He's whispering in his ear like
in your ear in front of millions.
Oh my!
But instead of chirping back, Scottie Pippen had other plans.
And he's just amping
the Suns
Pippen up.
bring the ball up the court and get the ball into Barkley down low. Barkley takes it right into Pippen, and Pippen gets a crucial stop at the rim. For the next few plays, it's a stalemate, neither team gaining any ground. Until Michael Jordan makes a layup with 38 seconds left on the clock. Suns' lead is cut to just 2. So with 30 seconds left in the game, the Suns need to get something going on this possession. They get the ball into Barkley, who has Horace Grant on an island. This is Barkley's moment to rise up as the league's MVP and prove his worth on the largest stage. But instead, Scottie Pippen runs over to double Charles, completely rattling the Suns' offense, which leads to a shot clock violation. Scottie Pippen once again showing Barkley his defensive genius. So here we are with a championship on the line and only 14 seconds left in the game. Charles Barkley doesn't know it yet, but this is the best shot he will ever have at a ring. This moment will inevitably determine his legacy. So what does he do in possibly the most critical moments of his career? He gets right into Pippen's grill and talks some more trash.
He's going in more, bro.
14 seconds away from a Game 7, up by 2, and Barkley is pushing Scottie to his limit. These are the small battles within the game that often get overlooked but actually end up defining players. And in this defining moment, who better to initiate the offense than Scottie Pippen? Mike brings the ball up. Scottie meets him near half court and forces Barkley to chase him, leaving the paint exposed. Scottie then completely burns Barkley on the step and opens up an opportunity for one of the biggest sequences of his and, unfortunately, Charles Barkley's career.
They want Michael to get a full head of steam, try to keep him in the middle of the floor. Well, Pippen got the snap. Here's Paxson for 3.
Yeah.
The Bulls.
What the hell? With that backstory, man. I mean, this is a crazy clip on its own, but with all that, I can't imagine how, firstly, Barkley must have been feeling. Like his, like, you know, like you get your throat, it gets all tight, like when you're like feeling like real sadness or real pain, like you get like a really sore, like an ache in your throat, like you can't swallow or anything. That must have been him times 100, bro. Like he must have been devastated. But on the other hand, Pippen must have been like, I'm gonna rub this in your face so damn good, man. So damn good. So damn good. 90s basketball was
monumental
different,
dagger
man.
of a 3 by John Paxson, putting the Bulls up by 1 point with only 3.9 seconds on the clock. Now, most basketball fans remember this moment for this huge three-pointer. But when you watch the tapes, this entire play was initiated by Scottie blowing right past Barkley, causing the defense to collapse, leaving Paxson wide open. The man who Charles Barkley proudly stated could not guard him. The man who had to put up with Barkley's incessant trash talk night after night completely flipped the script on Barkley, proving that in the biggest moments, it was actually Charles who could not guard Scottie. And in one swift moment, nearly all of his confidence and hopes for a title vanish. Now, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably this moment right here that Barkley reconsiders all of those choice words he had for Pippen. But not all hope is lost. There's still 3.9 seconds on the clock.
Very true.
Barkley and the Suns still have a chance. They inbound the ball and get it in the hands of Kevin Johnson. Now, pay close attention right here. Johnson drives inside and forces Pippen to sag off of Barkley, leaving a wide open opportunity for a lob pass. They've done it 1,000 times. It's the closest thing to a surefire bucket. It's right there. But hindsight is always 20/20, and Barkley's shot at a ring was gone. All the trash talk, all of the disrespect.
Hey yo, it all ends in hugs, so I actually respect that, especially from Pippen, because he could have been gloating like crazy amounts. But that is sport. Maybe same with Barkley, he'd done all this trash to try and get in this, or talked all this trash to try and get in the Bulls player's head. But then as soon as the game ended, and say they went on to win the series, I'm sure they would have, or he would have shared the love back as well. That's the beauty of sport, right?
In mind games,
Trying to get the upper
proving
hand,
to be
but
fatal. I mean, this tactic usually worked for Barkley. It helped lead his team to the best record in the NBA. It got him a league MVP and pushed his team to the finals. But on this night, in what would be the closest Barkley would ever come to a championship, Charles realized that while he was trying to get into Scottie Pippen's head, Scottie Pippen was quietly playing a mind game of his own. Maybe this was all part of the plan. Let Barkley talk his trash, let him win these small battles. Because while Charles had his eyes on Scottie, Scottie never took his eyes off of the prize. Hope you all enjoyed.
He won the battles, but Scottie won the war,
As always, until next time.
Jimmy with another banger, bro. His channel is so good, bro. This guy's content is ridiculous, man. You should make a video about who had the toughest route to a league MVP award. That's actually a very good video idea. Never would I have thought MJ would just be another player in a story about 90s Bulls. Yeah, I initially thought it was going to be about him, but it's actually refreshing to see it was about Pippen and Barkley, man. I think initially because I saw Jordan in the picture right at the start, the way you narrate, I feel the pressure and excitement of the game like it didn't happen like a long time ago. Same with me, man. He's just everything about his videos. I just feel like I just sort of talk about him too much about how much I love his videos, but I really do. I said, imagine this hip hop sax is my background music. To be fair, this background music isn't too bad. It's still chilling as hell. Michael Jordan is the kind of player where we say only led in 300 categories. If you think your life is bad, remember there are Hornets fans. Scottie had more than a few moments where he kept his composure while an opposing player was getting physical and talk trash. He was one of the greatest for sure. That's a good point, man. That's probably one of those sort of traits that you can't really track, like with stats or anything, but you can only really fully understand if you've watched him play like live, or you watch a lot of highlights back and you sort of focus on him, because again you can't track passion, composure. To be able to keep your head in certain scenarios is such an important thing. And from what people are saying and from what you said and from what's showed in this, Pippen just seemed to be able to keep his cool in these serious situations, like win or lose. If you lose, you're not gonna, like, if you're losing the higher situation, you're not going to go on to win the championship. And for the Bulls to end up having the two back-to-back three championships in a row. I forget what it's called. The triple. I mean, it's just they won three championships in a row, like with 1 year missing. I don't know how to word it. I've just forgotten to sort of speak. But yeah, it's a really good video, and this should have more views. I'm not gonna lie. But saying that, whenever I watch his videos, I think they should have millions of views. Still, 460k is incredible, and yeah, hope you guys want them to enjoy this. Suggest some more basketball stories or stat videos or highlight videos that you want to see in the future, because again, I still love doing this content so much. And yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys want them to enjoy this. What are your thoughts on this? It's sad for Charles Barkley, man, because from what I've seen and from what people say, he is such one of the best players. It's just he doesn't have the titles to back it up, which is a shame, because when you're sort of talking about someone's ability, but then you see they don't have any titles, it makes it harder to argue their case for certain things. But I know he was a baller and he was a serious trash talker, and I really love seeing the highlights of him. But that's how it goes, isn't it? Top level of sport, you're going to have these cases. But hopefully you guys went on to enjoy. And until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.